Every morning at Cafe Aurora, 29-year-old Kayla Santos greeted the world with a tired smile and a warm cup of coffee. She was the only black waitress in the place. And in that small town, that meant whispers, side eyes, and the kind of judgment that clings to your back like smoke. Still, Kayla showed up, every single day, and at table 7. One customer never failed to show up either. Mr. Robert Whitmore, a frail old man with shaky hands and a quiet, "Good morning." He rarely said much, but Kayla saw something in his eyes. That quiet kind of loneliness you can't hide. She helped him cut his toast. She remembered how he liked his coffee, 1 sugar, no cream. And when no one else had the patience to listen, she did, because kindness didn't cost her anything, and it meant everything to him. Then one ordinary morning, the bell above the cafe door jingled, and the whole place froze. 4 men in black suits stepped inside, followed by an older man carrying a leather briefcase. "Miss Kayla Santos?" he asked, scanning the room. Kayla blinked. "Yes?" "I'm Dr. Hamilton, attorney for the Whitmore family." Her heart skipped. "Is Mr. Whitmore okay?" The man lowered his eyes. "I'm afraid he passed away last night, but he left specific instructions regarding you." The cafe went silent. Cups stopped clinking. Even the coffee machine hissed to a stop. Kayla's breath caught in her throat. That sweet old man, gone. Within an hour, she was sitting in a grand marble office. The kind of place she'd only ever cleaned. Never entered. Across from her sat the Whitmore family. Victoria, Robert's cold, polished daughter, Bradley, her smug, entitled son, and a young woman who couldn't even meet Kayla's eyes. The lawyer began reading the will. Victoria smirked as the list of properties and assets rolled on, until Dr. Hamilton turned one last page. "The Whitmore Holdings Restaurant Group, all 47 locations, are hereby left in full ownership to Miss Kayla Santos." The room exploded. "What?" Victoria shouted, color draining from her face. Bradley slammed his hand on the table. "A waitress? This is a joke." But Dr. Hamilton's voice didn't waver. "Mr. Whitmore's wishes are legally binding." He trusted her, more than anyone in this room. Kayla's trembling hands unfolded a letter left for her, written in Robert's careful handwriting. "You never treated me like a burden, Kayla. You saw me, not my money. For 2 years you showed kindness when no one else did. You never knew I owned the very restaurant where you worked. I leave my company to the one person who understands what true service means." Tears blurred the ink. Victoria scoffed. "She won't last a week." Kayla looked her straight in the eye. "Then you'd better start counting the days." The next few weeks were a storm. Executives whispered behind her back. Bradley mocked her in meetings. Managers rolled their eyes when she spoke. But what they didn't know was that Kayla had been preparing late nights, stacks of reports, Robert's notes, every page of them. With help from Linda Chun, the company's brilliant CFO, long ignored by the Whitmore family, Kayla dug deep. What they found made her blood run cold. Bradley and Victoria had been stealing from their own company, fake invoices, hidden accounts, missing millions, and Robert had recorded everything. When Bradley tried to sell the company to outside investors, Kayla walked into the meeting, calm, confident, unstoppable. She placed a briefcase on the table and opened it. Inside were files, recordings, and every ugly truth they'd tried to bury. "You wanted to see me fail," Kayla said quietly. "But all you did was teach me how to win." Dr. Hamilton stood beside her. "Mr. Whitmore recorded every theft, every lie, every insult. The investors turned cold." Bradley stuttered. Victoria went pale. In less than an hour, the empire they'd stolen from crumbled around them. Kayla met Bradley's eyes one last time. "You used to call me a waitress," she said. "Well, now I'm your boss." 6 months later, Kayla stood under golden lights at the grand reopening of Whitmore's, the restaurant that started it all. A photo of Robert stood beside her, smiling. She cut the ribbon as cameras flashed and the crowd cheered. Forbes called her the woman who redefined kindness in business. Victoria sold insurance now. Bradley worked retail. And Kayla Santos, the woman they once looked down on, built an empire rooted in respect, compassion, and grace. She glanced at Robert's photo and whispered, "Thank you for believing in me, and for proving that kindness is power. Because in the end, the sweetest revenge isn't destroying your enemies. It's living so brightly that they have to watch your light from the shadows.